Hi, I'm Kate. I am a singer, voice teacher, and yoga teacher. Today, I'm going to guide us through a really simple voice practice. It's a practice I use a lot myself and a lot with clients and students. It's a really simple practice, a really meditative practice, if you allow yourself to drop into just the simplicity of it. It's a practice that uses our voices and silence, basically. And it's the mixture of those two things, making sound with our own voices and allowing space to acknowledge our own voices and listen to our own voices in the silence, that creates the practice, that creates the experience that the practice gives. So we're going to start with some really simple body stretches and some breath warm-ups, since these two things are inextricably the voice, right? Our body is our voice. Sometimes we think the voice exists here, like in the throat, in the mouth. Our bodies create sound. It's the breath that coming into the body and releasing from the body that creates sound. So if you find a comfortable seat, or you can do this standing, and just ground down into your feet and into your seat if you're sitting. You can close the eyes or just fix the gaze somewhere. And just take a moment to arrive in this space and to acknowledge your presence here. So just becoming aware of your physical being in space. Perhaps your point of contact with the seat beneath you, or the earth beneath your feet. And then just acknowledging the breath in the body. So we're not changing anything, we're not manipulating anything right now. Just acknowledging that the body is breathing. I'd like you to connect to the physicality of that breath, so feeling the gentle expansion that occurs on the inhalation. And the softening, the releasing, gentle falling of the rib cage with the exhalation. Okay. So you can keep the eyes closed or open them. We're going to take a breath in and stretch the arms up overhead. Deep breath in. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms to the ceiling. Stretch the shoulders up to the ears. And then inhale, lengthen a little more through the sides of the waist. And then release the hands. And as you exhale, press the heels of the hands away. Like reach out and stretch through the arms. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Breathe in, lift the chest. Let the hands come down away from the shoulders as you exhale. And we're just opening across the collarbones. You can move it around a bit. You can freestyle a bit. It's all fine. And then release the arms. Bring the arms back down by your sides. Give them a little shake. I'm going to take a stretch through the neck, through the shoulders. So just taking the left ear to the left shoulder, really gently. It's just falling over there. And if you like, you can take the left hand to the right side of the head and just add a bit of weight. We want to loosen up all this space around the neck, the throat, the jaw. And there's spaces of the body that can hold quite a lot of tension. The muscles in the jaw are really reactive to any little stresses, any little traumas that we experience. And so over time, that tension builds up and it can inhibit the voice. It can also just inhibit us feeling good. So prop the head back up and take the right ear to the right shoulder. The right hand can come to the left side of the head if you like. And just keep the chest open, spine tall. We're encouraging this openness of the rib cage, openness of the torso. We'll take an extra breath there. And then release, Bring the head back onto the shoulders, chin to chest. Just let the head fall forwards. Let the shoulders slide down away from the ears, just a lengthening through the back of the body. Bring the breath down to the belly, easy breath. Exhaling. And then bring the head back up onto the shoulders, lift the gaze. We're going to keep the mouth closed and let the chin lift to the ceiling. Let the head hang back. And just stretching through the front of the throat. Breathe. And then bring the head back slowly up onto the top of the shoulders. I'm going to take a little massage to the jaw, so hands to the jaw and the joints there. And you can press your thumbs in and down. And if you've never done this or don't do this very often, it might feel awful. That's okay. Just give it a little rub, a little release. See if you can get into the habit of doing this often. Okay. We're going to stretch the jaw. If you've ever done a lion's breath in yoga, it's just like that. We're going to take a deep breath in. And then stick out the tongue and open the mouth. Yeah, this one I recommend you do everywhere as much as possible. Let's do it again. Big stretch of the back of the tongue. Yeah, and you've never felt so self-conscious in your life. One more. Great. All right, blub the lips. And roll the tongue if you can. If you can't, blub the tongue. Hopefully we're feeling a little bit looser in the face, a little bit looser in the neck. And we can just release that. Shake it off. Okay, we're going to come back to the breath and then we're going to make some sound. So hands on the body, one to the belly, one to the side of the waist. I'm going to take a deep breath into the belly, into the chest. Out of the mouth, big sigh. Into the belly, into the chest. Out of the mouth, big sigh. You can add a bit of sound to that sigh. We're going to try and lengthen that exhalation. Breath into the belly, into the hands, into the chest. And big exhalation. Okay, we're now going to bring the breath over the tongue and into the mouth. So instead of it being like a huge inhalation, it's going to be just a gentle little breath across the tongue. So almost as if you've had a really nice surprise, like a really gentle, nice surprise. Like, okay. And then the exhalation is coming out of the mouth. The exhalation is going to come through pursed lips. So just like this. Okay. Inhaling gently across the tongue. Pursed lips out. Yeah. See if you can lengthen that exhalation and we create a little bit of resistance with the lips. Let's do one more. Inhaling. Out through the mouth. Okay. So that breath is coming into the sides of the body, into the back of the body. We're getting that 360 expansion of the rib cage. And that exhalation is directional through the lips. A little bit of resistance across the lips. Long, easy exhalation. Let's do it 2 more times just so you've got it, and then we're going to add some sound. So deep breath in. And again. Okay, so already by lengthening these exhalations, we're encouraging the body to shift into a parasympathetic nervous system state. And that's our rest and digest state. And that is just simply a really simple process of the body. Just to lengthen that exhalation starts to trigger the vagus nerve in the back of the
neck, which travels all the way from the brain all the way down through the body, through the guts, past the heart, down to the base of the spine. And that vagus nerve helps regulate the nervous system. So by exhaling that a little bit longer, we're going to trigger that vagus nerve activity and start to calm the nervous system. When we add sound to that, when we add vibration through the sound, through our throats, we're stimulating the vagus nerve in an even more direct way. So more of a calming sensation moving through the body. To really get the effects of that, we want to be making these sounds. We want to be working with this breath for 5 to 10 minutes. So we're going to start to do that now. We're going to add a little bit of a hum to our exhalation. It's really simple. I'm going to play a note on the piano just to give us a direction. But if you're sitting there and you're like, I can't sing a note, I can't find notes, don't worry. Just find any tone at all. It doesn't really matter where you are. It doesn't matter if we're in the same place or not. Okay, so we're going to take that breath and add some sound. I'm going to start here, but don't worry if you can't find that note, you feel like you can't match that note. It doesn't matter where you are. You're just going to find any tone. And we're going to take that breath in through the mouth and then exhale with an I'm going to take it up. And just taking that little bit of space after each note to hear the sound, to recognize the sound, to appreciate the vibrations of it. And maybe your silence after each note is filled with judgments that your mind is creating. And just like our meditation practices, just like our yoga practices, we're going to acknowledge those, thank them for being there, and then just remember that this is not about sounding perfect. This is just about making sound, acknowledging that sound, and appreciating what that sound creates in the body, the experience that we're having of that sound. And you might notice as you're hearing your sound that judgments are creeping in. And just like in our meditation practices, our yoga practices, we're going to thank them for being there, acknowledge them, and then just remember that this is not about sounding perfect. This is not about sounding like anything at all. This is just about making sound and exploring that. So see if you can give a little time and attention to how those vibrations feel in your body as we move through this. By all means, you can keep acknowledging those voices that come up of just like, I know what they're like, and I get them too. It's like, I can't sing, this sounds awful. Oh, this breath is stuttered, or I can't control this note. It's not about that, okay? Try and let go of that ideal of experience and appreciate what's there for what it is right now, okay? We're gonna go from there. Okay, so we're gonna add something tiny to this, and just something to bring the sound a little more inward and a different experience of those vibrations. If you're comfortable with it, you're gonna bring your fingers over your ears and just pick any tone. You can start where we left off there, or maybe you want to start a little lower. You're gonna pick a tone and just close your ears, close your eyes, and sound it as strongly as you can. We're going to do that again. And one more time. And just notice your experience of the sound. Any reactions coming up, anything you're feeling in response to this whole thing. And either continuing with 3 more with the fingers over the ears, or cupping the hands over the ears. So you're creating this like little tunnel of sound between your ears and your mouth. And we're going to explore the sound there, just the difference in vibrations perhaps, difference in the resonance that you experience. Breath in. All right. So this is just a taster of so many things that we can explore with the voice, right? Just with those practices, we worked in a small part of the range of the voice. You can explore going all the way up and all the way down. And I would really encourage that, to explore these different frequencies that we're subjecting ourselves to when we're just working with our own voices. I'm going to finish with one last thing just to give you a sense of what that feels like. And it's something that we call a siren, and it's just moving through the range of your voice. We're going to take the syllable, or like the space in the voice, like ng, sing, and move up the range of the voice so it can start really low. Just massaging down there, lower end of the voice. Move it to the middle. See how that feels? See how the vibration changes in your body? Maybe you feel it more in the chest, maybe you feel it in the throat, maybe you feel it in the face. Let's go a little bit higher, see how that feels. Let's take it up even higher. We're going to go up and down the range of the voice and just see how that feels. And maybe you just feel like a crazy person right now. But if you carry on doing these practices, I promise you, they're going to make you feel really good. I promise you that. Like, if we start exploring just the different spaces of our voice and these different vibrations and different parts of expression, but also different parts of kind of tuning into ourselves, our bodies, our voices, and our expression, we start to access just these points of knowing ourselves in a really beautiful, centered way. And usually we just use the voice in a really simple way. We maybe speak in the same area of the voice, the same kind of range of the voice. We don't tend to sort of speak down here or go really high up here. But if we were to do that, we're giving ourselves access to a load of different frequencies that can shift our mood. Try spending some time up in those higher frequencies, like and then moving down into like With the humming that we did today, I stayed in kind of a lower middle range because it tends to have a more relaxing effect on the body. But as we move into those higher frequencies, you start to get a kind of a really fizzy, like energizing effect of sound. So explore and take these things into your day-to-day life. Do them in the shower, those little sirens. I love to do these things when I'm washing up, doing like little household chores, doing some humming. Just get using your voice. I promise you, it's going to give you access to new parts of yourself that you've not explored before in the most beautiful, grounded way. I really hope this has inspired you to use your voice and explore your voice. It can be a really individual practice and a really individual journey exploring the voice. And we all have different stories and different lived experiences of our voice, and we all experience different blockages in expression. Different practices can access different things. So if you're interested in exploring this more, please do get in touch. I'd love to see you. You can cut that bit at the end.